Welcome back to the shop. Today we are going to take a look at multi-tools. This one, if you're from North America, looks very unusual. And it is. This is a European tool that was not available in North America. Now this was put out first, right around the time that these 3/8 drills were outdated and they went to these 3/8 drills. You'll notice the family resemblance. This is quite a few years old now, and they were only available in Europe, maybe Australia. If anybody from Australia is watching, let us know if you could get these. And these are actually pretty good. There's only one thing that I don't like about this that the goofy North American multi-drill has, and we'll go over that. But this is a basic design, and this is how this is supposed to look. You can see the gear-like pattern here that is used to index the tools. That's how they go in there, and they use a lot of the same components from the drill, and you know, reuse stuff that you have. So this has a 3/8 chuck, and the really neat thing about the 3/8 chuck on this is that it closes to 0. None of the other 3/8 chuck drills close to 0. You can see there's an opening there on its counterpart, and I believe even the original variant, yes, does not close to 0. So that's kind of a neat thing, that you could get a 3/8 drill that closed to 0. And that's handy, that not necessarily you want to go super small, but you do occasionally have those drill bits that you can't close in the chucks of these drills. Now that's something that was kind of new with the M series drills. The previous series tools, they did close to 0, and that was something that was kind of handy on those. And if we happen to look at this old Power Plus drill, it, you can see, closes to 0. So that's just something that is a handy feature. So that's one of the really good things I like about it. It's also a T-handle. It's not this goofy kind of brass knuckles thing going, and that's the good. So what I don't like about this, and you'll see it's got the 90 and it has the cabinet offset. This is, I believe, an answer to Bosch. Bosch had something very similar to this, and I don't know if Bosch had it first or Milwaukee had it first. I didn't dig into it that far, but you'll notice missing from this is the 1/4-inch hex driver chuck that comes with the brass knuckles version. So that is one piece that is missing, but the rest of it is here. You can drive hex tools, and it's just right in the shaft of the drill. In fact, even in your 90-degree, you can drive a hex tool, and you can indeed put this on the 90. But here's the part that I don't like about this first version and the second version, which we'll take a look at in another video. But the first and second versions don't have a locking 90. You see how they have the teeth on there? This one does not. So if you really wanted to, you could index this on the newer version in North America, or if you had two 90s, you could even put two 90s together, which is kind of nice. So that's one thing that this original variant does not have, but other than that, I like it a whole lot better than the North American brass knuckle version. It's a T-handle. The direction change is the way we all remember it, the way we're all used to. The muscle memory's there. It works great. So there's this tool. The 90 can go on any which way, just like anything else, and you can put the drill right on there. It's a little clunky, not gonna say it's not, but it's not all that bad, and it's gotten into some spots. It's almost better than the M12 90. They really need to upgrade that. The M12 90 drill is just kind of outdated at this point. It'd be nice if you saw something. They could probably come up with something a little bit more compact and a little bit nicer, a little bit more power in the motor. This motor has more power than that. So there you have it. This is a early version variant of the multi-tool that Milwaukee made for the European market, which I thought was pretty cool. Bought it, got it over here in North America, and I don't know how many guys actually have these. If you're in North America and you have one of these, let a comment in the description or down below, and let's tell me what if you like it better than this version, or if you do like this version better. I think this is nicer. I tend to grab this out of the tool drawer before I grab this one. Now in another video we'll take a look at the updated version of this, which is fuel and is 1/2 inch. So they actually have a 1/2 inch and a 3/8 version in Europe. Their 90 for the 1/2 inch does not index either. That's one thing against that. And that is essentially what you get there. So we'll do a video on this coming up some point and compare it to the other two versions. So hopefully this was interesting. I kind of like these tools that it's kind of neat to go through and see what's available in other countries. There was always some stuff available that you couldn't get in North America, but Europe being 240 volt, unless you had special power run in your shop, you weren't going to really use the 240 volt tools from Europe. But now with everything going cordless, M12's M12. It doesn't matter how the 12 volts gets into it, it's M12. You charge it with 240 volts in Europe, you charge it with 120 volts in North America generally, but the tool is still M12. So that was really cool. Picked this up, pretty happy to have it here. You may have seen it in some videos in the past. If you saw it, maybe you thought it was one of these, but it wasn't. So hopefully this was interesting. I kind of like tools like this. We'll have them in what we call the Forbidden Fruit series because we're not supposed to have them in North America. They didn't want to sell them here. I don't know that it's really a big deal that we have it, but they didn't release them for sale in North America, and that's okay. We ended up getting one anyway. So, as always, thanks for watching and have a great day.